While I'm speaking, you might hear some thunder and rain going on here because, it's getting a little scary here with the weather. And you might hear some thunder rolling, but we're going to be here anyway. If we get struck by lightning, we'll continue on like nothing happened. So today we got something really exciting that we want to talk about, because if you run, let's say, a nice local business, like I know many of you do, local marketing business, you need to have a way to present to your potential clients what it is you want to do it in a way that's engaging, and then be able to get them to sign and start paying you. Because guess what? It doesn't matter how good your products are if you can't get anybody to sign up for them and give you money. So without further ado, and before the power goes out here, I want to introduce you to my good friend, the creator of VidProposals, the one and only Neil Napier. Neil, how's it going?
It's going very well, Ray. At least no strange weather disturbances here.
Good. And I'm just hoping that if something does happen here, that it doesn't affect you guys, and you guys can keep going without me. Even if I get struck dead by lightning, you guys can keep going. So,
yeah, the show must go on, right? So, no problem. Cool. But hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited about everything I'll be sharing with your audience today. So, if it's okay, I can just take it away.
Jump on in.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for that. So my focus today is to share basically how we do this and how you can go out there, find and close clients on demand for any kind of product or service that you are selling. Now, doing what I will show you today, you'll be able to go out there and line up prospects that will be willing to pay you anywhere between $1,000 to $10,000, even per month, easily. And again, all you have to do is deliver the service that you are already providing to other people. And hey, even if you're not in the service business, I'll share with you a secret method that you can use to essentially go out there and still close business and fulfill the service without actually doing any of the work. Now, we have kept this method, this system secret for quite some time. And the key reason was, we thought we can only reveal it to public once we are sure that anyone could duplicate this without getting stuck. So it's taken us some time, but now that it is perfect, I want to share this with you. And I can tell you that we have generated over 6 figures from clients using this software, and that is just within the last 30 days. So one of the contracts we signed was for $18,000, another one for $10,000. Then we signed an annual contract with a client for $7,200 a month. That was about, I guess, $86,000 or so per year. So my point here, the point I'm trying to make is that you can sell anything to anyone as long as you are using the steps that I'll lay out for you on this call today. And when I showed the system, when I showed the software to some other people before in beta, this is what they said. David Knight said, I love the idea of using videos in my proposals. I know if I can get face-to-face, I have a much better conversion rate, but obviously you can't get that these days. So video is the next best thing. And Rodney said VidProposals knocks the socks off pasting a recorded Zoom or Loom video into an email with a separate proposal PDF. Brett said that they're basically spending $521.40 per year on DocuSign, and it still leaves a lot to be desired. So using VidProposals makes their life easier, makes them more money. So that's what my focus, what my hope is for you today as well. Now I've got a question for you, and I'll go in and look at the chat as well to make sure that you are responding. The question is this: in the last 6 months, have you ever emailed or called or texted, faxed, whatever, someone to pitch them, to close them? In the last 6 months, basically what I'm asking you is, have you made an offer to someone in the last 6 months? And how did that go for you? Was that smooth? Was that easy? Or did you feel like, hey, there were some obstacles in the way? But first, just start by telling me yes or no. Have you closed someone have you tried to close someone in the last 6 months? Because I got to tell you, if your answer to that is no, that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because you're not putting yourself out there. And I want you to fix that after this session today. If your answer is yes, perfect, right? Ray says, I have. It's been a hit or miss, closed a few. Someone else says, no, I'm a newbie. That's perfectly fine. The way this presentation is laid out, even if you're a newbie, especially in step number 2, you'll get insights as to still how you can go out there and sell something confidently. Because I feel that when it comes to current prospecting and closing, the process that most people execute right now is quite terrible. It's archaic, it's cold, it doesn't work as effectively as you would like it to. Now, of course, these images that you see are an exaggeration, but back in the day, and I mean really back in the day when those cars were still around, you'd have to drive all over town to basically find prospects. Then, once you found one, you have to mail them, you have to send them a letter, maybe via pigeon, maybe via the local post. It'd take a few days. And that's when the time that it takes for you to get a proposal signed just goes too long. So we actually asked our audience this question as well. We said, okay, we feel that the current prospecting, contracting, and closing process is kind of bad. What do you don't like about it? We asked them this question. This is what they pointed out. They said, look, when it comes to contracts, for most part, I don't know what to write. If your specialty is social media marketing, video creation, or video service, you're not a lawyer. You don't know what to write. And honestly, lawyers are expensive. So if you have to pay a lawyer, that's going to cost you a lot of money. And this is a concern that a lot of people had. They said that it is to actually write a contract, it takes too much effort. Like, it's really not worth it. They said getting a contract signed can also take too long. So by the time you are done with the back and forth with the client and they've agreed to sign, it could easily take you months. I have a close friend here, and he works as a sales guy for a really big company. Now, it takes him, and he's good, by the way, he's the best at what he does. It still takes him between 6 to 8 months to sign an enterprise level client. Now, I get it. Those clients do take time. But if a lot of back and forth is just being lost in, oh, can you send me that video again? Or I forgot what we discussed about this. Everything slows down to a halt. So that's a problem. Problem number 3, people said, is that a client is not keeping up their side of the contract. What can I do? So when a client signs on the, dotted line, typically it's expensive even to get them there. But what people do to save money is they just go back and forth via email, or they discuss on the phone. They say, okay, you're going to do this, I'm going to do this. And trust me, it's happened to me as well, where I have made a handshake agreement with someone and they have reneged on it, which means that I've done the work and I haven't been paid. So what can you do to fix that? What can you do to make sure that you get paid for the work that you do? Here's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you, number 1, how you can find 1,000 new leads a day. At the very least, 1,000 new leads a day. Then I'll show you how you can convert these leads with ready-to-go proposals. Proposals that are available in multiple markets, multiple service types, how you can use those to go out there and close these leads. Then I'll talk about how you can finally charge what you are worth. Then I'll show you how you can do all of this without paying a monthly fee, like a lot of other people are paying at the moment for services that don't do exactly what we are trying to do here. Now, on this call, what I've often done is on this call, I have kept aside 20 incredible package deals. So I'll make the same offer to you. For 20 people only on this call, I'm going to give you an incredible package deal where we give you full access to our secret proposal and contract management solution. So at the end of this session, I'll make you an offer that, trust me, would be one of the best offers you've seen this year. Quick disclaimer. In this session, I will walk you through a very specific system that I'm now using myself and is bringing me consistently great results at the time of this webinar. My results are certainly not typical, and there's a good chance that you will not get the same results. However, I am happy to show you exactly what is working for me right now for free, but do note it is not for everyone. So if you don't know me, and I'll keep this section short, I promise. If you don't know me, my name is Neil Napier, and I've been an online marketer since 2012. And by the way, I have that picture there of my kid. He's less than a year old at that time. Now he's close to 3. So it's a couple of years old picture. But I do what I do for my family. Like today, it's Friday. I have barely worked. This is right now, it's quite late for me. It's like 10 p.m. And it's the first time I've come into work just to do this session with you. Otherwise, I haven't worked. And I've been able to get this freedom, this time freedom that I've always wanted. But it wasn't like this for me before. Back in 2010, I was working for a bank, but I got fired because of recession. I was working as a software developer, and they let me go because they were kind of running out of money for projects. So I moved into online marketing. Initially, I started as a copywriter, but then I moved into selling information products. And then in 2013, I started creating and selling software. My main focus is to help people streamline their business. I want to do whatever I can to streamline other people's business. And I've thought about this quite long and hard. Within my own company, I have done best when I could sell. Now, I'm not a natural born salesperson. I'm not even a natural born entrepreneur. But I know that in my company, if I'm not actively making money, my team doesn't get paid. My products don't get completed. Things don't move forward. So for that reason alone, I know that my big skill set is in closing sales. And we do well. I mean, just in 6 months in 2021, we have done over $1.1 million in sales. And that's just as a vendor, selling software, selling information products, selling coaching, consulting, all those things. And it's pretty good. $6,000 a day in sales is pretty incredible. But then again, like I said, we've got a pretty expensive team to feed as well. Now, I want to go back and show you the problems one more time. When we asked our users, when we asked our customers, like, hey, what's holding you back from modernizing the way you close clients? This is what they said. They said, I don't know what to write in a contract. Getting a contract signed can take too long. And then a client is not keeping up their side of the contract. What can I do? So let me ask you this. What if in 3 simple steps, you could charge more, close more prospects, and make more profit? Would you want to do it? More so, would you want me to show you the 3 steps that you can use to charge more, close more prospects, and make more profits? Type in 3 if you want me to show you all the 3 steps. If you don't, I'll skip the second step just because that's a bit more advanced, but I want to show you that anyway. But if you type in 3, I'll go ahead and show you all 3 steps that you can use. So type in 3 for me, so I know you're still with me. I know you want to see the exact 3 steps that we used to close over 6 figures in sales in the last 30 days. And that's, again, contractual sales. I'm not even talking about selling software in this case. That's just services. Perfect. Marge, David, Ray as well, you too. Awesome. Tunqua, great. And again, like I said, you don't need to be an expert to do this. In fact, the steps have been laid out in a way that anyone can get started. Now, obviously, if you're completely new at this, are you going to make 6 figures in 30 days? Probably not. Most likely not. But it will give you the foundation that you need to go out there and crush it week after week. So let me walk you through the 3 steps. Step number 1, I want you to find those leads. Now, look, it is quite possible that there are some businesses or people you want to help already. Like you have some people or businesses in mind and you want to go out there and help them out. Great. Fantastic. For me, for example, let's say there's some local restaurants I really like to go to, but they're not doing so well because of pandemic, because their marketing sucks. So for me, that's a really good lead because I like them. I want to help them. So I'll close them. I'll convince them. I'll say, hey, look, let me work with you. Let me do this for you. Right? So there are leads that you may already know locally and you want to go out there and close them. Perfect. It is also possible that you have already built an email list. If you haven't, it's okay, by the way. But it is possible, like me, that you have an email list of people that might be interested in your products or services, which is great. Or the third option is that you scrape leads. Now, I would advise you not to do that. A lot of people, when it comes to scraping leads, they scrape leads illegally. That is, they don't follow the right rules. They don't follow like GDPR regulations in Europe. And I know like states in the US are starting to get these regulations as well. And they make mistakes. Their emails land in spam, all those things. Don't do any of that. If you have an easy way to build a list based on people you know or people that have opted in, great. If you don't have either of those, I recommend you use LeadGen Deal App. Now, I'll show you the demo of it in just a little bit. But what LeadGen Deal App does is based on a location of your choice and a business type of your choice, it gives you a list of email addresses and phone numbers and other details. Now, we get this data from Facebook Open API, so it's completely legit, right? These are businesses that have opened up fan pages on Facebook. They have uploaded their business details onto Facebook, and Facebook allows us to leverage this data and give to you. For example, This is the app, and I'll kind of show this to you and bring it back in a second. Let's say if I wanted to look for dentist in San Diego, in California, I can do this. It takes about a minute to get results. So I'm going to walk away from this screen for a second. It takes about a minute to get the results, but this is what the results look like. Like I said, you get the page name, which is the business name in this case, and you can, search it on Google as well. You get the email, you get the number of likes they have, the number of check-ins they have. And that also gives you a lot of useful information. Like if you look at these numbers just right now, right here, you can see that some places have, some places have a lot of likes, but not enough check-ins. So what you can do in that case is you can reach out to them and say, hey, look, I noticed that people are not talking about your restaurant, or rather if it's a dental clinic, they're not talking about a dental clinic on Facebook. Let me work with you on that. That's almost like reputation management, right? So you can do that for them. So the point that I'm trying to make is that you need to go out there and find services that you can deliver to people that you find using this method. Again, like I said, as long as you have maybe your own way of generating leads, that's fine as well. That's perfectly okay. But I need you to be in a position where you have leads that are ready to go, where you can offer them services immediately. Now, typically at this point, people say, okay, let's say, I have this list. Fine, I use LeadGen App, which I'll show you in a minute, and I get this list. What can I sell to them? Now, there are two schools of thought on this. The first one is sell them something that you're good at. I mean, obviously that makes sense, right? Let's say you are good at video marketing, video creation, sell them video creation, but there's no point selling a video creation service to a business that perhaps is already doing video creation themselves. So know your audience. If you want to sell a specific kind of service, then find the businesses that are not doing well in that specific kind of service. And that's how you help them. Pretty straightforward. Really straightforward. But what you should also then do is if you can't, for example, figure this out, you need to, let me just do this. What you need to do is you need to find exactly what the businesses need and give it to them. Now, there are quite a few ways you can go about it, right? But let's say if I find the local business that, let me open up on Fiverr. If I find the local business that doesn't have a good SEO, they're not ranking for any particular keyword, what I can then do is I can offer them SEO services. And that makes sense. If you want to help a business, you want to help them fix what's broken, which is in this case SEO. But let me tell you this right now. I don't know enough about SEO marketing for local businesses. Like, sure, I can go through some courses, I can figure it out, I can make some mistakes as I do it, but I just don't know enough to be an authority figure to help out, for example, these dentists. So this is the list of dentists that we have found from San Diego. Okay. Some of them have emails, some of them don't. Understandable. So if, let's say, this particular website, let me open this up. Okay. So let's say if I look for this one and I look at the website, I'm like, that's actually a terrible website. No, I'm just thinking about it. That is a terrible website. So the services that I could offer, it really is terrible. I can't even begin to tell you how much it is terrible. But what I can do is I can go to them and offer them, of course, let me rebuild your website from scratch, number one. But I can also offer them local SEO services. But like I said, I don't do enough local SEO. So what you do is you do the arbitrage model, which means that you go out there and you find other people that can do the local SEO. You let them do the work and you charge a premium to these clients. So what you don't want to do, and this is a mistake I used to make in the past, was I would try and find 10 different people on Fiverr, on Upwork that could do different things, and I would try and manage all the work together myself. Don't do that, because when you do that, you just increase your workload. It's really not worth it to essentially be the manager of projects that you don't fully understand. You're much better off finding one service or one agency and just offloading the work to them. So when I look, for example, for local SEO on Fiverr, let me see. There is anyone useful? Like all of these people are offering like some service here and there, right? Which is fine. But I want something more as a package thing. If I can find a package service, and they are usually a bit more expensive, that's great. That works. Okay, I think I found some here. I will do full local SEO management for your local business. Let's open this up. Okay, so this person will take care of 20 citations, GMV, optimization, 5 on-site pages, and 20 and all these other things, right? So that's what this person can do for me. And I can see they've got packages all the way up to $410. So what I'll do is I will take this person's service and I'll put this into a contract, into a proposal, and offer that to the client. And I'll tell them exactly what I can do for them. Like, hey, in my experience as a local SEO consultant, this is what typically works well. So I can do this for you over 30 days. It's going to cost you, this is pretty interesting, it's going to cost you $2,000 a month. Or you can pay $2,000 right now for the month. And if you want to continue, then you just keep paying $2,000 a month after that. Now you're probably thinking, Neil, wait, you're just paying that person $410. Why are you charging a client $2,000? Well, for starters, because I can, because I want to make some profit. Number two is that most of the clients, number one, don't know about Fiverr. Even if they do, they don't want to go to Fiverr and talk to someone in a different part of the world and try and get services while they're still trying to run their actual business. So your job as a consultant is to find what the pain point is, figure out how you can help them, and then find a service provider on a place like Fiverr and arbitrage that. This works if you are new or if you don't have a product or service of your own that you can sell. The risk on your part is very, very low because you're not paying these people on Fiverr up front. You're only paying them once the client pays you. So you go out there, close a client for $2,000. Let's say the client drives a hard bargain. Fine, you settle for $1,497 or $1,500. And then you come back and pay $410 to this person, keeping $1,000 plus, maybe even hopefully $1,500 plus as your profit. So for those of you who are here today who are like, yeah, I'm just completely new to this, I have no idea what kind of service to offer, this is what you can do. Does that make sense? Give me a quick one or two, whatever, if you feel that arbitrage is something that's a bit more reasonable. And trust me, this works in any marketplace. It works for email marketing. It works for website building, funnel building, graphic designing. Pick any market. As long as you can find someone else to do the work for you, just evaluate how they are, what they do. You can look through Fiverr for that person's testimonials, for example, and you're ready to go out there and close clients. And again, remember, you don't have to pay anyone up front. The client pays you, and then you pay these freelancers afterwards. It's a really, really good system, reducing risk on your part. Of course, what you can also do is if you already have products or services, you can sell those. And if you're like, hey, I don't have any products to sell, think back to how many white label products you have purchased in past, or agency level products you have purchased in past. What can you do with those? You can bundle up maybe 5 or 10 of those and say, hey, I'm going to give you 10 different solutions that will help you to generate leads. And you can combine your 10 products and give them that. I've done the same. In the past, I've sold contracts worth $2,000 a year, where I've basically taken white label products that I have, for example, that do video creation. So I tell them, I'll give you one tool for video creation. I'll give you tools that will allow you to do video creation, video embedding, a video player, as well as video syndication, blah, blah, blah. That'll be $2,000 a year. It's an annual contract. And businesses are happy to sign that because, number one, they're getting everything in one place. Number two, the price is quite reasonable. I mean, $2,000 a year is quite reasonable, and already paid for these tools before. So I'm just making extra money on the side with them. Are you still with me? Let me know. Give me a quick one if you're still with me. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Let me just go back to the slides. Okay, so I want to go to the final step as well. The final step looks like this. In the final step, you are going to close them with VidProposals. Now, of course, this is a solution that we have created and we use, and I will walk you through this in a second. Look, this is where all the magic happens. And once I show you how this actually works, you might actually be a bit like, oh, wow, that's it. Like, that's all it takes. But simplicity is the defining factor here. Simplicity is why it works so well. So again, let me go back to the old archaic process of sending proposals, sending contracts over email. And I'm just talking about emails. I'm not even talking about letters. This is how it works. Let's say you have a call with a client and you say, okay, this is what I'll do for you, blah, blah. And the client says, okay, give me this recording as well. And then you say, okay, here's a recording uploaded into Zoom or YouTube or Vimeo. And along with that, here's the contract that I want you to read and sign. If not, let me know and I can make changes to it if something's out of place, right? So client says, okay, comes back to you a week later, says, okay, this thing is missing because we discussed this, but I don't see it here. Can you send that as well? You send them another email with that additional attachment, with additional information. And this keeps going back and forth for a little while until they eventually sign. Now, the problem with that is once you do all of that, you are essentially wasting time. What we have done with VidProposals is we've cut down the time it takes for you to make an offer and close a contract. So it's a really, really neat app with built-in e-signatures. We give you a bunch of templates you can just literally duplicate and use in your own business as well. Okay, so let me walk you through how VidProposals works, and I can show you how easy it is to use as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, so when you get into VidProposals, you'll see this dashboard. Of course, if you haven't actually offered or made any proposals yet, this would be quite empty except for this one. You can upload a video from your computer, or you can start from scratch and record a video using a built-in video recorder. So we have an extension over here, right over here, and you can use that to record your screen, your webcam, or both webcam and your screen at the same time. Like I said, you can upload your video as well. So one of the customers that we had in our beta, he said, hey, I want to, upload, like I'm in real estate business, I want to upload 360-degree videos showcasing the apartment, showcasing the houses, and then I want to offer the contract underneath that and get it signed. Can I do all of that? Yes, you can. You can do all of that. So we are more focused on giving you personalization capability so you can actually show a client what you can do for them and then offer the contract with it. So let me give you an example here. I'll go into templates. Let's say if I want to offer SEO marketing for dentists, right? That's kind of what we were talking about. I can check out this template, by the way. This is what it would look like. So each template, each proposal has a custom video done, which talks about the problems, the pain points of that particular market, and then switches to, hey, so this is who we are, this is what we can do for you, and let us work with you. Right, simple. Just what you would expect from you doing your own pitch. By the way, we give you these scripts as well. So if you wanted these scripts to just re-record in your own way, you can do that too. So getting started is easy. You click on Get, and it creates a copy of that proposal for you. So what I can do is I can say SEO marketing for CAG dentist, San Diego. I don't remember what the name was, but let's assume it was this. So what I can then do is I can personalize this proposal, right? So there's the introduction. As a dentist, how do you deal with pressures of daily operations, blah, 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 blah. You can see there's even like images, relevant images. We already covered the video. And there's also a pricing table right over here. So what you can do here is you can list out prices like, okay, I'll do website audit for you. I'll do keyword research, comparative analysis, content optimization. Same thing we saw on the other side. Like all of this, I'll do this. So you list out everything there. And then you add everything up and you close them. Simple. But that's really it. That's all you need to do. We have done all the heavy lifting for you in that we are giving you a contract layout, contract template. so that you can use it and work with it. So once you're ready with this, once you're like, hey, I'm happy with this, turn on e-signature. Okay, put down the contract value. That's $1,000. That's more for you, basically. It's not for them. It's more for you to keep tabs on how much contracts have you signed. You know, what's the value of the contracts you've signed. So copy the link, open in a new tab. This is to show you what your client will see. So this is what your client will see. All of this. They can still get back to you via email and say, hey, I don't like this, or this is not what we expect. But in the future, we'll actually have a feature where, just like with Google Docs, your client will be able to select something and leave a comment. They'll say, hey, could you change this clause, or could you add something to this clause? So that way, again, there's no back and forth via email. All the contract updates could be done from one place. So once this is all ready, your client can go in here and sign. So I'm just going to sign here. Let's say this is not my signature, by the way, so don't copy it. But I'll accept, and this contract will be signed. So I'll just wait a few minutes, and I'll show you how this screen changes, which is really, really good, because the key thing with these kind of contracts is to make them as secure as possible. What you don't want is, let's say once a contract is signed, you don't want to be able to edit it, because if you edit it, obviously the contract is moved. You don't want to delete the contract either, because if you sign a contract and then delete it, that's illegal, right? I mean, it'll get you in trouble, basically. You could just say, oh, I never signed a contract. Look, I don't have one here, but of course you did. So we have a system. Okay, this is signed. So once it's signed, by the way, the client can download the PDF. So right over here, typically, let me just refresh this. Okay, I'll see what's up. But once this contract is signed, you can download your client can download the PDF. And let me refresh this here. As you can see, this changes. We've got the signature over here, signed by, signed on, IP access. So we know what IP address, we know what location they were coming in from, the device they use, and then we can also download a copy of this. Okay, so we can also download a copy of this contract. And once this is done, let me go back to the proposals. Once this is done, so this was, I believe, SEO marketing for CH Dental. You can duplicate it, you can save it as a template, you can export it as a template, you can even view it, but you cannot delete it. Again, like I said, it is legally binding both for you and for the client, so you cannot delete it. It's very, very critical. We've got about 100 different templates here, sorry. But we're adding more in the future. So some of the customers who got in early were like, hey, we want templates for video marketing. Do you have something for that? So you're going to add that in as well. So again, what VidProposals does is it gives you the ability to create and preserve proposals that are e-signed by your client. Right? You can impress your prospects with video proposals. Again, most prospects that get proposals at the moment, they look quite C-class. I mean, they don't look very good. They're too wordy, too bulky. There's too much like video and downloads and stuff involved. But you can make all of that easy for them from one place. Number one. Number two, you can create dynamic video content. You can create dynamic video content that people are willing to basically go through because it's personalized. Like the way I close clients is I literally tell them, like, hey, this is your website, this is what it looks like, and I think this is what's wrong with it. So let me work with you and let me get that fixed. And because I'm pointing to, very specifically what's wrong with the current setup, they're more likely to take me up on it. So that kind of personalization really helps. There's built-in editor. You can put anything you want in there, and it works really well as well. Then the key thing with the proposals is that you can create proposals fast, and you can get them signed even faster. Create them fast, get them signed even faster. And everything is hosted for you in clouds. We double, triple backup everything because, again, this is legal stuff. And someone actually asked, like, how long are the proposals available on your server? As long as we exist as a company. As long as we exist as a company, the proposals will be accessible. You can always just go ahead and download them, so can your client, but just in case, we will have them for as long as VidProposals exist. Now, we have a bunch of design templates, like I said, about 100 of those in 10 different niches, 10 different business types, so 10 by 10. And everything is e-signed, and everything is tracked automatically as well. Okay. Ray, sorry, could you, I think I'm getting a bit of audio feedback on your end, if you're not muted.
Yep, sorry, okay. I had it off. Sorry. I don't know how I got back on.
Yeah, no worries at all. So look, everything has been built up in a way so that you can go out there and offer services to businesses and confidently close them. How often have you received a cold email and you just like put it aside, like, oh, that looks like crap? Imagine instead getting a personalized proposal. Someone actually said that they looked at this and they said, oh, but if I have 1,000 leads, can I upload 1,000 leads into the platform and email all of the leads at the same time with a proposal? No, you can't, because that's not the goal of VidProposals. We're not trying to spam people. We're trying to close them, because typical reply rate, even on cold emails, is like 1%. But if you do this, your typical close rate on these proposals can be easily 10, 20%. I mean, we have had as much as 90% close rate on the proposals that we sent out for a specific service type. That's my coaching. And in fact, when you get in, I will actually give you my coaching contract as well. So if you are into coaching, you can utilize that too. Now look, beyond all of this, there's an even bigger opportunity, because there's a bunch of people out there that are offering just business proposal creation as a service, right? They are offering business plans, business proposals, charging anywhere between $700 to $1,000. You can do it too. Of course, the benefit for you is that, number one, you actually have a software for that. Number two, you have a lot done for your templates as well. So you can pick any template and you can customize it as you want. Because VidProposals is perfect for selling anything you want: logos, websites, SEO services, e-com stores, funnels, software, mobile apps, whatever. Just pick anything and you can use VidProposals to sell it as a service. And like I said, we've got 100 templates in there and more coming along the way as well. So let me ask you this question. What do you think about VidProposals? Do you think if you had something like this, would it or would it not make your life simpler? Would it or would it not make your life simpler for when it comes to closing sales? Type in simple if you think it would. Because for the 20 people on this call, here's what I have to offer. As I mentioned, I want to give you an incredible package deal where we give you everything at a ridiculously low one-time price. And I want to give you everything that other people are paying as much as $657 for right now. So the package that we have is called Unlimited, Deluxe, Business, and White Label VidProposals Bundle Deal. It starts with VidProposals Elite. Everything I've shown you so far, feature set wise, is covered in VidProposals. And this is how it compares to others. If you compare it to Pandodoc, Proposify, Proposable, which are the major proposal platforms, they're all good. I mean, they're all good. Don't get me wrong, they're all good platforms, but they don't have video capabilities. So the personalization aspect is completely missing within them. So you can't do much with them in that respect. But with VidProposals Elite, we're giving you up to 30 proposals a month, covered in 24 niches, and for storage of up to 100 videos. And you can generate 1,000 leads per day with a dedicated LeadGen app that I showed you earlier. And more or less all the other features are unlocked for you in this as well. Now, again, does it work? We use the same solution to close 6 figures of contracts in the last 30 days. So yeah, it does work. Plus, because you're on the session with me today, you also get some bonuses. So on the 13th of July, we'll be doing a bonus session sharing with you how you can make 6 figures of the proposals. I intend to do more sessions after 13th of July, definitely one more, even more so if time allows. And I say that because we're expecting our second bond around 23rd of July. When that happens, I'll just basically be a family man for the next few weeks. But my team will still take care of you. Okay, so you get that. Number 2, second bonus is called Local Upsell. So this is a training that we have done where I share basically how you can offer free services to just get your foot through the door that don't cost you anything, to get your foot through the door, and offer more expensive, much needed services. Then I give additional training on how to use Facebook to find clients in any city. So then after that, you will see VidProposals Unlimited. So when you buy VidProposals Elite, you'll see VidProposals Unlimited. Like I said, for you, the good thing is on this session, you unlock everything for a one-time price. With the unlimited version, you get unlimited proposals, unlimited leads. You get secure password protection as well. So you can actually protect your proposals with a password. That way they don't get leaked to the public. You get unlimited bandwidth for your videos, unlimited updates, and unlimited video storage as well. Now, what I didn't cover in this slide, because we added a bit later, is that we are also giving you the 100 done for you video scripts. These are the same scripts that we gave to our video guy, and you get access to the same script as well. Look, when it comes to VidProposals Unlimited, it basically takes you from just playing in the small leagues to be a big league player, because now you can literally produce unlimited proposals. And imagine if you could just turn around and sell one of these to someone else as a service for even as low as $200, even as low as $300. I can tell you would have made your ROI immediately from this purchase. Now there's more. Beyond this, we have VidProposals Deluxe. So with VidProposal Elite, you unlock 24 templates. With Deluxe, you unlock all 100 templates, as well as any new templates we create in the future. So when we create new templates in the future, they get added for you as well. We have templates for doctors, roofers, car rental, lawyers, plumbers, handyman, hair salon, dentists, carpet cleaners, wedding planners. And again, all templates look good. It's very easy to copy them. There's no need for you to design from scratch. You can copy them, edit, and customize them as well. They look good. They save time, energy, and money for you, allowing you to move faster. Now, once you get this, the next thing you will see is VidProposals Business. Like I told you, one of the opportunity for you with this is to actually go out there and sell this as a service. So we give you a beautifully designed, done for you business website where you can list out proposal creation as a service and sell that. Plus, we give you team member access within VidProposals as well. And this is good because if you have this team member access, then you will be able to have your team, your VAs work with you on your proposals as well, or your lawyers for that matter. We also give you front-end reseller rights, which means that if you get this, you can turn around and promote VidProposals and keep 100% of the commissions for the elite license that you sell. But you won't actually want this. You won't want this. I'll explain why in a couple of minutes. That's because the next offer that we have is VidProposals White Label and Agency License. Now, this is $297. Here's what it allows you to do. It allows you to replace our logo on VidProposals with yours. You can use your own custom subdomain. Now, because of legal regulations, you cannot remove the domain vidproposals.com. For example, it would look kind of weird if your contract came from something like, let's say if your website was ABC123 at, ABC123.com, for example, randomly, or just your name, even neilnapier.com. If your contract came from that website, legally, it won't pass all the checks. So we as a website, as a business, have to be legally compliant for the contracts that are issued under VidProposals. That's why you can't rebrand the domain, but you can use subdomain. So you can say, let's say if Ray was using it, he could call it ray.vidproposals.com. Right? You can add your own favicon. You can rebrand every landing page, and you can basically charge whatever you want. Now, when I say charge whatever you want, this is why. We are actually giving you also 200 sub-accounts to sell under this white label. So you will be in a position to sell 200 sub-accounts of VidProposal branded under your own logo, under your own subdomain. And that is really, really powerful. Remember, one of the first things I told you in the session was like, hey, if you have nothing to sell, you can bundle up the white label and agency software that you have and sell them. This is one of them. Now, the funny thing is, if you were just to go for this white label and agency license alone, this would cost you $297 just for this license alone right now. during the launch period. And when I show you the price of the entire bundle, you realize how much of a steal it is. So this is what the entire offer looks like that I have for you. I want to give you VidProposals Elite, Unlimited upgrade, Deluxe upgrade, Business upgrade, White Label and Agency upgrade. Along with that, I want to give you all the bonuses I promised, the live training session, local upsell, finding local clients, unlimited video stories that I talked about, the 100 done for you video scripts that are not even covered here. Now, altogether, this is worth $5,023. We could easily turn around and offer this at $997. In fact, when I had this as a price during our beta, customers already wanted to get in. Not as many, of course, but customers already wanted to pay that amount of money. But what I want to do is I want to give you the same price that I gave to our beta users. And that price is a low, one-time, no monthly recurring, no annual recurring payment of $247. So for $247, you unlock everything I've shared with you today. And because you're Raise customers, this is a link you need to go to. We're going to drop the link for you in chat in a second, but that's the link you need to go to, neilviewer.com/Ray. When you go to that link, you can unlock everything I've shown you for a one-time payment of $247. Again, do note, people are already paying as much as $657 for everything. Because if you were to buy the Elite license right now, you can get it for $47. If you were to buy the Unlimited license right now, I believe it is available for $197. If you were to buy the Deluxe license, it's $67. Go for Business, that's $59. If you were to buy White Label and Agency, it's $297. And the bonuses are not even being sold separately. I mean, just think about this for a second. Just the White Label and Agency is worth $50 more than what I'm asking you to pay for everything here. Just that. $50 more. But you're actually paying less. You're paying $247, and you're getting access to everything that's been laid out here for you. Absolutely everything, nothing held back. Now, I've got a secret bonus for you as well. If you want it, type in secret for me in chat, and I'll make sure that it is accessible to you once you get the bundle deal today. So type in secret, and I'll tell you what that secret bonus is. I'll tell you this, but again, Ray, I know you're watching this. You have to make a promise to me, and everyone has to make a promise to me. You're not going to tell other people or other affiliates about it. I am doing this for you exceptionally because you are with me on the live webinar. We may not even be able to offer this to people who watch the recording. So type in secret.
I can do that.
You can do that, right? Good. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. So here's what I want to do for you. Behind the scenes, my team has been quite busy working with a lot of other vendors, creating proposals that match their solution. For example, Mario Brown has video agency funnels, Karthik Ramani has Market Presso, Abhi Dwivedi has Local Reputer, Luke McGuire has Profile Mate. Profile Mate's good for lead generation via Instagram, right? So for all these people, there's about 20 plus, I think now it's close to 25. For all these people, we are creating a custom proposal for them that they can turn around and offer to their clients, that their customers. So their customers can say, hey, I can help you generate leads by Instagram. So they can go and sell services to Profile Mate. Or they can say, I can do social media posting for you. They can do that via Local Reputer. Or I can create content for you. That's why Create by Joshua Zamora. So individually, Joshua Zamora can only offer you the Create bonus template, right? Or Luke McGuire can only offer you the Profile Mate bonus template. But I'm going to give you bonus template for all these 20 plus vendors, all these 20 plus products. That way, if you want to sell lead generation service, you can, no problem. If you want to sell, let's say, content creation service, no problem. We have a proposal for that as well. If you want to sell, human synthesis based videos, there's a proposal for that as well. So I'll give you all of these proposals for you, but you have to tell me on this call right now that you're getting in. Type in bundle so I know, so we can note down your name. So when we see you in the members area, we can unlock these for you as part of our templates. Let me know. And again, one more time, this is the entire offer that you're getting. When I add the 20 proposals in there, 25 now, custom created, all this is easily worth $8,020. But it's yours for a low one-time fee of $247. And like I said, we only have 20 seats available for you. All you have to do is follow that link, neilvio.com/Ray, get in, and you can get access to everything I've showcased right now. So someone in one of the previous sessions was asking, oh, can we do contracts in German with this or French? You can. I mean, the editor is language agnostic, so you can use whatever language you want, even left to right is fine. That's perfectly okay. I mean, you have to do your own contracts in other languages, but yes, you can do contracts in the languages with the proposals, that's fine. The videos, they are mostly in English, well, they're all in English. So if you want to do another kind of video, you would have to essentially get it made yourself. And I would strongly advise you, especially if it's for digital marketing services, you walk people through their assets, you walk them through exactly, what it is that they are working on, like what their business looks like right now and how you can help them. Okay, so I'll wait for your questions, I'll wait for your comments, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you, more than happy to help you out as well.
I have one question that's been asked.
Sure.
If you want me to throw that out there. Somebody specifically asked about real estate because there wasn't a real estate contract and what they could do in that particular case.
Yeah, that's our fault. I mean, we intended to add one. I think in the end we didn't have time. But we are going to be adding real estate contracts as well. It's going to take us about a couple of weeks to add those just because we have to work with the videographer as well. We have to make sure that their contract is legit, but it is 100% on the cards.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an important one. Again, I mean, it's kind of my fault, and I was the one who was handing these out. It's my fault for missing that, but then we had so many. I mean, honestly, originally we intended to do 200 before we went live, but we could only get up to 100, which is why it got missed out. But we still do intend to do those. One of the key reasons we didn't push it in recently was also because we didn't want to break anything in the software. So it's always best to do it gradually. And yes, I mean, those are already being worked on, and we'll be releasing those latest in a couple of weeks. So you will see a lot more templates flowing in a couple of weeks. I have my own coaching contract that I'll be adding into that as well for everyone to use. So you could customize and use that for yourself as well.
And another question, when it comes to the videos, is it more effective to record your own video or use one of the built-in videos?
So it is 100% more effective to record your own video. I mean, look,
I agree.
The built-in videos are good. Yeah, the built-in videos are good. They do the job, but they don't bring that level of personalization that wows the prospects. So I would say, if you just want like an average closing rate, fine, you can use what we provide you. But if you want to be exceptional, use the video scripts that we give you, add something of your own as well, and then create those for clients. I mean, if you can jump on camera, it's a completely different thing. But even if you can't, as long as you're offering something of value in that video, you will have that prospect hooked, and that's enough to get them to consider your proposal.
Nice. And if I can throw one thing out there, long before VidProposals was out, or I'd even heard of it or anything else, and a lot of the folks on here will probably know this because they've probably watched my training on this. We used to do a ton of YouTube evaluations. And so what that essentially is a business has a YouTube channel, and I go in there and I go, okay, this is what's good, this is what's bad, this is what you should do to make it better, blah, blah, blah. Here's how we can help you. And we've been doing that for the last few years very, very effectively. But this makes the process not only much, much easier, because before I had to record that video, then I had to create my own page for it. I had to store the video somewhere, bring in the code and put the video on the page, add my own text each and every time. And guess what? In the end, they couldn't sign for anything, so they still had to contact us if they actually wanted to do it. This makes life so much easier. And with the fact that they can sign right there and then, much more effective. So that's, I just wanted to throw that out there because these guys are familiar with the video proposal idea in doing the YouTube templates. So this is a very, very effective program to help out further.
Nice, that's really good. And again, I mean, that's why I said the software in itself is actually quite simple. Like you don't have to press 100 buttons before you get something. It's very easy to use, which sometimes people think, oh, it's not worth it. But that's what makes it worth it, because you can get a proposal out there in 5 minutes if you're using just one of our templates. I mean, adjust the wording as you want, put your own pricing, and you're literally good to go. But as I mentioned, I would advise you to make it as personable as possible. I mean, that is really what will move the needle for you as well. And just so everyone is aware, by the way, when you do get the bundle license, it includes the unlimited license as well. And with the unlimited license, you're also grandfathered into future updates of the tool. So as the tool gets updated, we add more features, you will automatically unlock them as well. So eventually, for example, when we do VidProposals 2.0, people who only buy the elite version will have to pay for 2.0 again. But you will be grandfathered into the features and you will get them earlier before anyone else does, as part of the 2.0 version. So that's good news for you as well. Cool. Let me see. Let me think. I think I've had some questions about this as well before. So we've actually set up, I have to find the link for it, but we are setting up an area where you can go in and suggest features and such. Please feel free to do that. Like someone recommended that, hey, would be great if we can sort of collect money immediately after someone signs a contract. So that's one of the next features, not the next feature, but one of the next features we have in development, where once someone signs up, signs a contract, you can redirect them to PayPal or Stripe-based checkout, so you can charge them basically whatever they signed up for. And that would just make your life easier, because you don't have to follow up with another button to buy. They can just buy immediately once they sign the contract. Another thing that you can do within the editor as well is you can actually embed HTML. And that's good, because let's say you sign a contract, you send a proposal to someone you've never talked to before, you can leave your Calendly booking calendar link within the proposal itself. I'm not just talking about a link, I'm talking about actually embedding the calendar, so they can pick a date, time, and everything and book a call right within the proposal. So if you can do that, I mean, that just makes your life so much easier. So again, all we are trying to do is we're trying to find things that take too long to do in the current proposal process, and we're trying to make them easier. That's what we're giving to you today. Cool. If there's any other questions, let me know. Ray, did I miss something, or is that okay for now? Cool. Jeff, JC, Marsh, David, Michael, let me know what you all think. Who's getting in? Type in bundle as well, so I know. So we can kind of lock it in. What I will also do is I will start up a countdown timer for 2 minutes. I think that's okay. If you have any questions within that time, you can ask those. But if not, then we can end the session after that. So let's start this one right over here. Remember, the link you need to go to is neilviewer.com/Ray. neilviewer.com/Ray. If you go to that link, you can unlock the entire package for a one-time payment of $247 only. And let me also show you, this will not be available throughout. This will not be available once we close out the launch. All right. Yeah, money back guarantee is 14 days. Sorry, Tom, I missed that. Money back guarantee is 14 days. You get 14 days to try it out and use. Our restaurant templates including, let me show you what is included. So we have, for example, car rentals, carpet cleaners, doctors, hair salons, handyman, lawyers, roofing, and Let me see what else we have. Plumbers, I think I already covered that. Hair salons, covered that too. Yeah, wedding planners as well are covered. Restaurants are not here at the moment. They are intended to be added. Like again, it's one of those ones that we missed because of time constraints, but it is 100% on the cards. Restaurants and real estate as well. Definitely. And the cool thing is, like, if you have some ideas about proposals, you can always let us know and we can design those for you. It will take us a couple of weeks. I don't want to promise that it'll be done immediately. It will take us a couple of weeks, but we can do a proposal for you and it'll be available to everyone. Again, Tom, nothing planned for veterinarians, actually. We can look into that as well. So we have a whole area where you can recommend future updates and you can suggest proposal options there as well. How much do you have for reputation management and social media? Let me show you. Give me 1 second. I'll close the timer. So we have reputation management for all these businesses, but like I said, we will be customizing them for restaurants and real estate as well. And then let me look for social. Yeah, we have social media management again for these businesses as well. Okay. Does Ray have a bonus? I think he does. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember which one it is though. I know he's been emailing you about it, so I'm quite sure he has a bonus.
Yep.
But I'm not sure what it is. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we got quite a few bonuses in there. In fact, let me pull it up so I don't miss anything. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves while I pull it up.
Okay, sure, yeah. So, but I really need to find that place where you can go and request new proposals and features. And I mean, I don't want you to just request proposals. I want you to request features as well. Tell me a use case. We have actually, I mean, believe it or not, since we opened up, our team has done 24 one-on-one calls with our customers. You know, just hearing about their use cases, how they intend to use VidProposals, and what features we can add as well. So we're actually talking to you one-on-one, if you'd like to understand what else we can add to VidProposals. So we are really, really keen on improving this, making it much better for everyone, and, you know, bring it to recurring as well, so that, of course, long-term we can continue to provide, good services to our customers.
All right. So bonuses that we have on, excuse me, on this. We've got a course called Deal Closing Secrets. And this is, just as it sounds, it's a course that helps you to learn some of the secrets behind closing when you get to your clients. Now, hopefully, they'll already have just signed anyway. However, it'll definitely help you with some of your marketing even before you send a proposal out there. We've also got a product called Brand Yourself, which allows you to figure out how to do branding for your business, because that's always going to be a big part of everything that you do, is branding all of your content and all of your proposals and paperwork and everything else. Screencast University. This is a course that teaches you all about properly shooting the screencasts, which are really, really good for the VidProposals. That's what we use for the YouTube audits, is screencasts. So this gives you information on that. And then I've got a course called Local YouTube Channels, which is the training that we did last year, and it took place over, I can't remember how many weeks. It was a number of weeks that we did that one. So it's the replays of those that teach you how to build a YouTube channel specifically for a local business. And so that will help you to give you something else that you can sell. And Neil, there's a few bonuses there, and I had to step out of the room for a minute ago. Sure. But there's also that logo sauce that you provided the other day, yeah. And that looks pretty darn cool. The local upsell, which I think you already mentioned, and then the training on finding local clients. So all of that you'll get with that as well. So
yeah, so local source is a good one. The logo source is a good bonus, because it'll help you create logos as well for yourself and other businesses. So if you wanted to offer that as a service, it's perfect. Look, we really try to think of everything we can give to you to help you in your journey moving forward. And we do that with this bundle. I mean, it is by far one of the best bundles that I have, that we have put out, since we started doing these about a year ago almost, or 8 months ago. And the uptake on this has been the best as well, since ever, because people realize how much value this has. And, this literally replaces monthly tools that don't even do some of the things this does. Though, again, credit to them, they have been around for longer and they do some things that we don't yet, but we're getting to them, like, PayPal and Stripe integration so you can collect payments. Like, that's a big one. So yeah, it's a pretty good tool. I'm really proud of what it can do, and I genuinely hope that it can change lives of a lot of business owners. Yeah, Tom, I'm with you. Tom says, my main concern is that the platform will disappear in a year. I know this is a one-time price, but longevity is guaranteed. I can't promise you longevity, Tom, because the thing is, look, for start, I will say this, that our platforms have been around for a very, very long time. And I think Ray wouldn't have brought me on this session if he didn't trust me. I want to just take that leap of faith and mention that. Our key platform, Kyvio, has been around since 2016. That's 5 years now. We've been running it for 5 years. We have monthly subscription. We've had one-time members that paid $497 5 years ago. They're still using it to this day, right? I could be dead next month. I really could. Luckily, the way we build team, our products will continue operating even if I'm not there at the helm leading them. The sales will be slow coming in, but the products will be continue to develop and they'll continue to sustain for a prolonged period of time. So no, I can't tell you whether or not the product will be around in a year. I think me saying that, it'll be around for 10 years would be just lying to you, because I genuinely don't know. But we don't start products with the intention of killing them in a year. I don't run my business like that. If I did, I wouldn't have the reputation that I do right now. And again, I think hopefully Ray can attest to that we really stand behind our products.
Yep, absolutely. Obviously, we've known each other for, gosh, I don't even know. It's been a long time, many years now. But here's the other thing, Tom. Obviously, you never want to buy something that's going to disappear in a year or whatever. But quite honestly, as long as it does what it's supposed to do right now, you're going to make a lot of money with it. And, that's the big thing right now. You're definitely, for the price that you're paying on this, if you get a couple of clients that are signed up and are paying you, you've already more than paid for it. So it's really a no-brainer in that regard. But I have no doubts that this product will still be around. And I know why you have those concerns, because we've seen a lot of products from a lot of fly-by-nighters that have disappeared. But, Neil's been here for, like I said, I've probably known Neil for 10 years with many different products. Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely, we stand behind what we do, and VidProposals is one of them. And like I said, just the uptake on this has been incredible, because this is unique. People realize how much value it provides to them compared to whatever else process they were running at the moment manually. So yeah. Cool. Okay, I think timer's ended as well. If there are any other questions, please do ask. I'd be happy to answer. If not, then we can end this shortly. But again, we can drop the link one more time, Konstantin, if it's okay. The link that you need to go to is neilvio.com. And I know Neilvio is a little bit, I guess, narcissistic, but we run like VO platforms, and Neilvio just made sense. Neilvio.com/Ray, go to that. That link will be active for now. But do note, if you haven't commented on this session, if you haven't told me, I can't guarantee you the secret bonus basically that I promised on this session. So if you're in doubt, just please contact Ray to check if that's still available, or contact us as soon as you can. The support address is support.kyvio.com. Okay, and the link you need to go to get this deal is neilvio.com/Ray.
All right. Sweet. Well, we're not seeing any more questions right now, so maybe we'll start to close this out. Neil, first of all, thank you for coming on today. We really do appreciate you jumping in and teaching us all about this. Eddie asks how long before the replay is up. Technically speaking, with this platform, it'll be up almost immediately with the link that you had. But I will also be taking it and putting it onto a landing page so that you guys, and maybe I'll put it on a proposal page just for fun, but we'll put it out onto a landing page so you guys have easier access to it. But the platform here with Webinar Jam should email you in 24 hours anyway to remind you that it is up there as well as a replay. But Yeah, we appreciate Neil coming out here, teaching us all about this. As I said before, I've been doing video style proposals for a long time. They worked very, very well for me. We got a lot of YouTube clients just by doing those YouTube proposals. And some of them were for some pretty big companies and pretty big projects. So it works very, very well. But this makes it much easier, as I said, because you put the video in one place, you get the total proposal in there in one place, and they can sign for it right there. Whereas we were literally just putting a video up onto a page, having a little bit of information, and basically saying, okay, set up a meeting with us, or call us, or click here to buy it, or, this is going to be much, much better for you because you're going to get that signed contract, and that, it's going to be a legally binding contract at that point in time. So you got to do the work. They got to pay you the money, and, you should do well with it. So be sure to get out there, check this out. It is a great deal. We've already had a number of people that have picked up the full bundle. I have the full bundle, and even though I probably I don't know if I'll be selling it to clients. I may do that, but I definitely will be using it for what it's actually intended for, which is creating those video proposals, because they work very, very well. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to me or Neil. If you don't know how to get in touch with Neil, you can always ask me a question. I can get it over to him as well. And, we really want you guys to be successful. So we hope that you'll take action on this, because one of the biggest problems I see all the time, and one of the things people ask me all the time is, well, what about contracts? What about proposals? What about estimates? What about this and that? This is a way to do that simply and easily. And when you do it with video, people are going to pay a lot more attention. So it's a very good platform in that regard. So with that, let's see. Eddie asks, will we teach this on the Wednesday training? We probably will bring it up at some point. We probably will, because that's a big thing. Granted, we're talking more about video and graphics and things like that on the Wednesdays, but sales and whatnot will definitely be a part of that. So I'm sure we'll be bringing it back up on one of those. So Marge says, this dealing with the legal system and we'll be making, yep. Good. No, that's good, Marge. So we appreciate that. And Neil, any last words before we get you out of here?
I think I'll just say this, that we've released a lot of solutions before in past. Ray may have told you about some or not, but we've done typically platform products, and they serve a good purpose because they give you infrastructure. This is the first of its kind application that we have released that actually makes closing contracts simpler. And don't underestimate the power of getting a contract closed, because a contract close is one step closer to basically getting paid. And in a business, cash flow is everything. So if I can advance you forward, if I can move you forward to get cash flow going, I've done my job, which is what our goal with this VidProposals app is as well. Will any payment methods beside PayPal be added? At the moment, only PayPal and Stripe are planned. But if there's enough demand, if there's something you specifically use and you're like, hey, other people use it too, we can do that for sure. But at the very least, right now, we have a thank you page setting. And, once someone does sign, you can redirect them to the thank you page, which could be a payment page as well.
Yeah. All right, great. That's good to know. Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I mostly use PayPal and Stripe for everything I do. Even by the way, our escape room businesses, they're all run through Stripe. So those two platforms are very powerful, without a doubt. All right. Oh, gone quiet here. Neil, did I lose you?
No, I'm here. Are you here as well?
Sorry, my signal looks weird, and we got this weather going on here. I thought I might have lost everybody.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Well, no more questions there, so I think we will end it right there. Be sure to pick this up. Be sure to ask questions if you have them. And be sure to get out there and start closing more businesses, because guess what? You're not going to be successful until you're successful at getting out there in front of these people, even if it's virtually these days, and getting these things signed. So get out there and do it. For those of you that are insiders, be ready for next Wednesday. We'll be talking about some more great things. But once again, thank you, Neil, for coming out and doing this for us. And we will hopefully see you in the future on some other great products if that's all right.
Of course. Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Have a great day, guys.